Hello, everybody. I want to talk to you about hope, and it's an interesting subject because we live in a society that seems to be hopeless. At any given time, someone's struggling with, if it's not drug addiction, it's their identity. If it's not struggling with their identity, it's struggling, with a boyfriend or a girlfriend or any type of struggle, really, and it leaves them hopeless. And so I'm gonna share something kind of personal. Not to about 4 or 5 years ago, my wife found out she was pregnant, and so we excited. We go to this Elizabeth Women's Center, or St. Elizabeth Women's Center, and it this place in Dayton, and we go to an ultrasound, and before we go to ultrasound, she takes another test, and we just took a test the day before or a couple of days before, and she said it said that she was pregnant. Then we went to the doctor's office and took a test, and it said that she wasn't. Then we went to the ultrasound room, and we found out that she had miscarried. We had lost a baby. So, I'm looking at the nurse at the time, or the person who did the ultrasound tech at the time, and my wife said something that threw us both back, and she was like, well, let God's will be done. And the reason why it threw us back, because she could have easily broke down in tears and asked God why, and why is this happening to me? I don't deserve this. There's millions of women out here just not even married, not even trying to do the right thing, God, but you let them have kids. She could have easily went that route, but she said, God's will be done. And the reason why I'm talking about this subject, hope, is because my wife was able to say, okay, your will be done, because of where she was standing, where her foundation was. So what I mean by that, in Matthew, Jesus talks about building your house on sand. And he says, when the winds come and the waters rush and the storms come, the house will fall. And how great is that fall? Basically, if you're putting your hope in, putting your hope on things just going your way, you're getting the grades you want to get, this boy acting the way you want him to act, this girl acting the way you want her to act, you falling in love, you getting a job you wanted, you whatever accomplishment that you feel that you want to do, if you're putting your hope in those things, when the storms come, when it gets difficult, and they all wash away, you lose your job, you lose the boyfriend, you lose the girlfriend, you look at yourself and you don't like the way your hair look, whatever. When those things that you put your hope in go away, then that's when you feel hopeless, because you have nothing to sustain you. You have nothing to hold or put your house on. But on the flip side, if you put your house on a rock, something that's sturdy, like Jesus Christ, who says he will never leave you or forsake you. God says that he knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb. You are intricately put together. If you put your faith and trust and put your hope in him, the one who will never let you down, then when the storms come, you're able to stay strong. When the storms come and the winds rush and things fall apart, maybe you don't get the job, maybe you don't get the baby, maybe Maybe you don't get healed immediately. Maybe you don't get healed at all. Maybe the cancer comes back. But you're able to lean on the rock. And you can say, God, let your will be done, because I trust you. See, the world is going to be hopeless because they do not trust in something that can sustain them. See, satisfaction is not going to do it. Pleasure is not going to do it. Money's not going to do it. Jesus will. And I'm a testify to that to my last breath. Jesus is better. And through him, when you're going through something, when you're hurting, when you're going through the worst time in your life, if you lean on the rock, if you look to the hills from which cometh your help, if you lean on God, you can have hope. Be brave out there.